Hey folks, so I am at Stonecrop Gardens here in Cold Spring, New York, or outside Cold Spring, New York, and we have the whole place to ourselves, practically. I mean, it's open, but there was no one else here, and so we got here nice and early, and we're not gonna do a proper tour with a gardener, but I just wanted to give you a sense of this place because it's pretty cool. We're in this conservatory right now. I love how it just juts out into the water. This is giving us a lot of inspiration because we're thinking about building a little tea house on our half lake at Flock that kind of juts out into the water. And I know we're both interested in kind of seeing the architectural and conservatories, glass houses here, as well as some of the plants. This was owned by the Cabots, and it became a private then public garden. And they really specialized in a lot of Alpine plants. So a lot of plants growing on stones, a lot of raised beds here with tufa stone, which for those of you who are not familiar, tufa is this alkaline stone that has a lot of cracks and crevices that plants really like to grow in because they could stick their roots down in there and try to get the minerals, extract the minerals. But we're gonna just see some of this place and I hope you enjoy it. One of the most striking sights upon entering Stonecrop Gardens is the 2,000 square foot conservatory, which seems to float effortlessly on a pond alive with frogs and fish. Now, it's hard not to think of another floating conservatory that we just visited, the newly designed West Conservatory at Longwood Gardens, which perhaps in some quiet way drew inspiration from Cabot's geometric glass house on water. Stepping inside, the space feels both airy and grounded. Its stone floors warm beneath your feet, its glass walls framing a panorama of the pond beyond. And within it, Mediterranean specimens mingle with bulbous geophytes and clambering clematis, each vying gently for light in this carefully composed ecosystem. I want to show you this plant. This is such a weird and unique plant. This is Bowea volubilis. It's the climbing onion. It's not in the onion family, it's in the Asparagaceae family, so it's closely related to the asparagus and the hyacinth. And you can see it has this bulb and it has this papery sheath, and then it has, it's chlorophyllous. And the actual true leaves often die back, so I don't actually see any of the true leaves here. And this is the stem that comes rising up, and then it gets these scale-like leaves, and they're obviously chlorophyllous, and then some of them will end into like little flower spikes. So the morphology of this plant is intensely unique. And then you can see it's in the growing period now, but then it will lose all of this foliage. It's basically deciduous during a certain time of the year, and then it just falls off. And then what's left are these bulbs, and then the bulbs start to expand, and you can see how much, this has got to be so ancient, because I have one that I've been growing for years, and it's 4 bulbs. But look at how like these split and form almost like a, kind of like a cancerous growth, but in a good way. And it's just spilling out of this terracotta pot. Now outside, it's the alpines that steal the show. Those humble, resilient plants that give the garden its name. In an age when so many plant lovers chase ever larger leaves and bold tropicals, the small and steadfast alpine can feel like an acquired taste, one that requires patience, curiosity, and a collector's eye. Now, a plantsman friend just confessed to me that rock gardening is a foreign language to him. And in a way, it is a quiet, ancient dialect spoken through stone and plant. Now, for Anne and Frank Cabot, however, it was a fluent passion. Their collection of alpine treasures now carpets the gardens, filling crevices, stone troughs, raised beds, cliff faces, and cold frames across the 15-acre landscape. The other greenhouses, in contrast to the Grand Conservatory, possess a more rustic charm. Their lichen-painted walls and weathered wood create a softer backdrop for the plants within. Inside, the benches bloom with greenery spilling from pots above and rooting into the moss and soil below. And not everything was in flower that day, yet here and there was a streptocarpus or member of the Gesneriaceae family offering a burst of color, which are echoes from a bygone era of horticultural obsession. A stray pollinator, having found its way through the aging glass, busied itself among the stamens, reminding us that these structures still hum with life even in the fall. Beyond the greenhouses, rock gardens unfurl along the paths, and raised cold frames stand like relics of a gardener's devotion. Even the native plantings here feel unrestrained yet intentional, running delightfully amok as if encouraged to find their own design. Now, we didn't have long that day, maybe a half an hour or so, but even in that short time, Stonecrop made an impression. It's a place that feels both cultivated and wild, deliberate and free. One of those gardens that asks you to slow down, look closer, and come back again because you just know that there's more to see next time. All right, so we have to get to our next location. So unfortunately, we have to cut this short. There's so much more to see here because it's 15 acres and we only spent it feels like a half an hour here and only saw the upper part, but you at least got to see a number of the glass houses and some of the trails. But definitely, if you're in the Cold Spring area, come and see Stonecrop Gardens. When I'm here next, I definitely want to spend a bit more time. I'll see you later. There's more in store here on Plant One On Me and also on our sister channel over at Flock Finger Lakes, where you'll find even more outdoor garden videos. Additionally, we've launched a series of guided group botanical tours around the world, and next up is Thailand and Japan in 2026. There are a few spots available on each trip, so check that out if you're interested. Info is in the description below, or you could head to homesteadbrooklyn.com, click on the Learn tab, and then Botanical Tours. While there, we also have a suite of online houseplant courses, from houseplant basics to the houseplant masterclass. All can be found at homesteadbrooklyn.com and houseplantmasterclass.com. We'll see you in the next video.